Yeah! Well, my hacky sack skills are off the chart for how bad I am. But anyway, like the golf shirt, I like it. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Weird golf. Yeah, the real deal. Why am I in a golf shirt? Well, I recently have had the opportunity to shoot some people shooting people playing sports, something I've never done before. So I've been shooting an amateur baseball league, well, following one specific team, and using the K-3 Mark III. I used the DFA 150-450, which was not the right lens to use due to my proximity, and I used the HD 55-300 PLM, which was a lot better. However, that is more to do with it being 55 to 300 instead of starting at 150 and going to 450. But the one thing that I came to a conclusion on are the autofocus settings for shooting sports with humans. AF.C may not be the best thing to use when you're doing that. You can use it. Make sure that sensitivity level is set to prioritize stability. You do not want maximum trackability because, especially with baseball, so you're waiting for the pitch, right? You're focusing around here. As soon as they move, the lens starts refocusing. As soon as the bat comes through, it catches the hands in front of the face and then catches the bat as it swings through. The autofocus is all over the map. It's all over the place. So yeah, just gonna throw up some images, and this is how I did on my second time shooting the sports team. Let's just get to it. So here we are. The very first time my wife is actually going to be in one of my videos. There she is. Just getting ready to take a swing, and boom. Just nails the top of the ball. Ball hits the floor right there. You can see the impact. I actually kind of like this shot. You know, it wasn't like a spectacular home run or anything, but just that impact right there kind of adds a bit of flair, and you can easily depict exactly what happened. And I have all the settings that I used up here. Not all the settings, but the focal length, the ISO, the aperture, and the shutter speed. Yeah, I will say one thing. It was extremely hot and humid on this day. The heat haze was off the chart. I mean, everything was just radiating heat. It was absolutely insane. With that said, now part of the problem that I was talking about in regards to the AF.C is the simple fact that here it tracked pretty well, right? It tracked fairly well given the fact that it was just the heat haze was insane, right? But it did track pretty decently along, closer up. And I did try everything from subject recognition, zone. I tried select, small, medium, large. Select small wasn't too bad, but I did end up having to switch to AF.S for a number of shots, especially with the batters. Those ones were AF.S. This was AF.C. So it didn't do too bad. It actually did capture things pretty well, right? Get the action sequence there. And the one thing that I did realize is, yeah, you really do need frames per second if you're shooting people sports, because the split second between swinging a bat, hitting the ball, the impact of it, and yeah, it happens so quickly. It's not something you would really think about too much. Obviously this throw was a little too late. He's already on base. Right? So from here to here, and I mean, I was shooting at 11 frames per second. So, the shot in between these two didn't quite work out. The camera did lose focus, and again, that was the AF.C, and it was because it picked up the bat. So he was blurred, but the bat was fairly sharp, right? So that was one of the issues that I kept running into, and yeah, it's unfortunate. So right around here, right, you would get more of the ball kind of thing. And then as the bat swings around to about here, it's further away from the individual. So it would end up focusing on the edge of the bat here. They become slightly blurred, right? It just, yeah, it just tracked the wrong things, right? And this pitch just looks like it's coming from who knows where, like way away, right? But he did nail this one pretty well. As it's coming in, and again, it just lost it. This one here, this was more about what I was looking for, is just as the ball's coming in, right? Just as it's coming in, just before the moment of impact. And if you haven't followed, the ball's way up here. So it was almost like a golf swing. It wasn't a home run, it was a pop fly, but it brought these two gentlemen home, right? Here, I was using AF.C for this one, and it was fine because they weren't moving too fast. This one here, I was using AF.S, and I just kept it at AF.S, and you can see the sharpness is much better, right? It's not getting distracted by anything swinging in front. Ideally, what I'm going to try next time is using autofocus hold to see if that actually does make a difference. Just use zone autofocus, AF.C with autofocus hold on, and see if the moments of bat swinging will be ignored in regards to maintaining the intended subject in focus. That is one thing I did not do this time. But again, this was my second time ever shooting people sports, namely softball, right? I think I did a pretty good job. This guy was like super fancy, jumping up to fire the ball back. Boom. The person that was coming in got out. And I like the the dirt down here. The bottom, you can really see they're digging in, sort of portraying the action that was happening. All right, but that is one thing that people sports, yeah, you absolutely need frames per second. When you're just watching it without the intent of shooting it with a camera, you can see what's happening and all that. It doesn't seem like it's really happening that fast, but then when you actually have the camera, it happens way faster than you think. And obviously, I mean, he gave that shot his all when he nailed that, man. That was almost a home run. And then I thought she was going to fall over. But she didn't fall over. And again, you can see all the dirt coming up here, right? So yeah, it was a very interesting evening. And this is when the sun started to really go down. So I'm actually not bad. ISO 1250, not too bad. But I did drop the shutter speed down to 1/1250th of a second. Right. But yeah, the sun was going down. It's coming up towards the end of the game. And I think he was safe. I think. Oh, no, actually, or was he out? I don't remember. Anyway, I mean, you can really see just that backlit sun kicking up all the dirt and everything. He just got on the base, right? So, yeah, just capturing those split-second moments that really depict what's happening in the game. That's pretty much what you want to do. At least that's what I think you want to do in regards to capturing people's sports, right? So there's a lot of repetitive shots. And, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much my second attempt at ever shooting people sports, namely softball. And it was quite interesting. A lot to learn. A lot to learn. So there you have it. My second attempt at shooting people sports, namely softball, as I mentioned before. So what are your thoughts, in regards to how I did capturing certain moments in time in regards to the game? And if you do shoot people sports, what are your philosophies in regards to how you go about shooting it? What do you look for with your images? Or do you just shoot and hope for the best? Let us know in the comments below. That's going to be it. I'll catch you in the next video. I'm out.